What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. Today I am joined with the Aussie Gooner Steve for our Manchester United Arsenal preview. Steve, what's going on? Talk to me.
Oh man, just another 3 points in the bag. What's going on, son? I'm talking to you.
I don't see anyone else.
You, bro. Ain't no one else.
Ain't
no one else in the room, bro.
Yes, Steve. Look, Friday morning for us. Friday morning. It's like 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Thursday night in the UK. Yep. Man United, Arsenal, Steve. This was the rivalry. It's not so much a derby, but I think we can call it kind of a derby in terms of where the two clubs were a couple centuries ago. Do you know what I mean? But back in the day, this game would have had the magnitude that like Liverpool United did and Arsenal Tottenham did. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, not so much because of where our clubs are at the moment. It hasn't been great for us, Steve, right? It hasn't been great, man.
The attraction, it's like that attraction isn't there anymore for either club when they're facing off. It's like, well, mid-table clubs facing off, who cares? It's almost like that.
Before we get into the game, Steve, on that, like you were just saying, do you reckon it's because of the players nowadays? They don't have the passion for these types of games. I know when you guys are versing Tottenham, I think the players know what that means, and maybe United and Liverpool, the players kind of know what that game means. But in terms of Arsenal, Man United, do you reckon both sides? I'm talking about both sets of players. Do you reckon it really means to them what it used to, or is it because back in the day they were fighting it was neck and neck for the titles?
You know what? It was probably back in the day, the neck and neck in the titles, and I think the players now know the importance, but it's not the same. Players don't have that heart anymore. They haven't got that guts. They're just going to come into the game and say, we need 3. It's an important game against United, but they're not seeing the importance behind it because they haven't been around to see the battles that your team and my team went through back when we were both fighting in the Premier League for the title. And of course, there is a level of importance, but I just don't think that these new school players, especially my team, are brand new. Apart from maybe our goalkeeper, are really going to be in there like your Patrick Vieira's, like your Keane. You know what I mean? Back in those days, Van Nistelrooy and Keown, those were days.
Yeah, we're looking for that tackle. Who's going to be the one to put that tackle in the first tackle of the game? Are we even going to see one? Like these days, we kind of question: Are we going to see one of them? Hard tackles early on, or is this just going to be like, do you know what? We're just here to play the game, get the 3 points, and if we do, we do. If we don't, we move on to the next one. It doesn't. The last couple of games that we've played, there hasn't really been any hard tackles. If you could say maybe the last one was when Pogba got the red card, but it was more accidental that he stood on the player than it was intent of, you know what, I'm gonna fuck you up because we're the rivals and blah blah blah. The crowd is getting the hype of the crowd is getting the players passionate and all that to make them type of tackles. I haven't really seen that, Steve. I haven't really seen that in a while in this fixture, man. It's been a bit lackluster. When's the last time? Maybe the last time we saw an entertaining game is when David De Gea probably saved our asses that game, and I think we ended up winning though. Yeah. I think we ended up winning 3-1 or something. Was it 2-1, 3-1? Lingard was scored the 2. So it was Martial, and I think Lingard scored 2, something like that. But that game where Sanchez couldn't score. How many chances? You guys had 27, 28 chances on goal, and it was all David De Gea. That's pretty much the last time I remember like an entertaining game where it's full on action, both sides. You know what I'm saying? But Steve, how do you think this one's gonna go? Your boys, bounced back from that 4-0 defeat to Liverpool. Prior to that, before the Liverpool game, you guys maybe dropped a few points where you shouldn't, but you guys didn't lose, and you looked like a bit of a DNA, a bit of a philosophy was coming into play. Watching your videos, I can tell that you guys have been a little bit happier. Not over the moon, obviously, because there was a poor start and there's still times where you guys have gone behind in games and then you're playing catch up and you guys have dropped points as well. But going into this game, bro, how are you feeling?
It's going to be a tough game. I know we're in good form. We are, but it's always going to be a tough game. Now, I look at my boys' form and I say it's good form. We're defending very well, which is going to be great against an attacking side like yours. I don't think you guys are going to shape up the same way you did against Chelsea. You won't be doing that. That'd be insane. I reckon Ronaldo will start up, but I think it's going to be a tough back and forth game. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. And to be honest, I have to say it. I think it's going to be a draw. I honestly think that these two teams are going to go toe to toe. My heart tells me an Arsenal win. My head's telling me it's going to be a draw, mate. Only because both teams are, like Arsenal at the moment, going forward, not the best. You guys going forward, very good. Whether as we go backwards, we look at our defense compared to yours, and it's the opposite way around. And in the battle of the midfield, well, maybe we've got a slightly better midfield. Maybe you guys are slightly better midfield. Flip a coin on that.
Yeah. Whoever shows up on the day, pretty much. Whoever wakes up on the right side of the bed.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. So it's a hard game. Like every United fan's going to say, we're going to win this. And every Arsenal fan's going to say, we're going to win this, like I just said. But
deep down in there, we're like, oh, you know what? Maybe we're not. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same, bro. Like I think we can get the job done. We are at home. Okay, Ralf Rangnick is not in yet because COVID restrictions, and I know they're working on the work permit and all that. So he won't be on the touchline for this game. Even if it was, it's not going to make a big difference because 5 minutes to get his structure and all that stuff in there. Yeah. It's going to even that. It's going to take a while. It's going to take maybe the actual 6 months that he's here to get us going. Then hopefully the new guy can continue on whatever he's built. But I think we can. I think United can get the job done. But then the same thing, Steve. Who's going to wake up on the right side of the bed? Like who wants to show up? Who's going to rock up and say, you know what, this game actually means something to us, especially United, right? I just feel there's more to play for us in terms of we had one win in like 8 games where Arsenal, and that doesn't mean we're going to win. Do you know what I mean? Them stats don't mean shit. But just in the terms of the players will be looking at that and it's like, bro, I'm not sure what the point difference is, Steve, but I think if you guys win, you might be 9 points ahead of us or 7. What's the point difference?
23. We're 23 points equal West Ham, right?
So
you guys are sitting on 18 points.
Yeah, there you go. So if you guys beat us, you go. What's that? 8 points.
8 points.
8 points ahead, bro. So that's a bro. Early on, you could say it's early on, but at the same time, it's like, nah, bro. You guys are falling behind because the rest of them, forget about trying to catch now Liverpool, Cities and Chelsea's. They're out of the picture. It's just trying to fight for that top 4 spot. And if Arsenal's fighting for that top 4, that final place, and you're already 9 points behind, and like I always say, you got to win your home games and at least draw your away games to the top teams. You obviously beat the smaller clubs, but so that's why I think this game for United, it means a little bit more. Manager's gone now, fresh start. Players maybe got a little bit to prove. Ronaldo was on the bench. I know that's a tactical thing. It's not because he's been rubbish. The guy absolutely saved us. We would have been in Europa League if it's not for him, right? But I'm just saying, players now need to step up and show who's ready for the task. Because when this new guy comes in, if you're not performing, from what I know, just looking at some of the conferences that he's been doing and the way he's been managing other clubs, you're out of here. You're going to be on the bench. If you don't do what I say, kind of, you're on the bench, or not even. Sometimes you might be gone from the whole squad. But yeah, I hope it's an interesting game. I hope it's a bit of entertainment. There's a lot of action, end to end stuff. High pace. I don't want to see another boring game here, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't want to see. Like I said, I have a feeling it's going to be a draw. My gut tells me my boys can do a job, but like you said, you never know.
Yeah,
if my team shows up, your team shows up, it can be a great game and we can be entertained.
Yeah.
But if both teams can show the form that they've shown in their in their losses and then in their draws to lower end teams, then we could both be sitting there doing this, and I'll be on an Instagram live half time about to break my house. And I don't want to do that, but it might happen. So look, I'm hoping that they're going to show up. I do believe both teams know the importance because of the points.
Yeah.
Maybe not for the nostalgia, but for the points. It's going to be a good back and forth game. But you know what? I've got a feeling David De Gea and Aaron Ramsdale are going to be the freaking players of the game.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just about to ask you, where do you think this game's going to be won or lost? And I do believe that, bro. I think it might come down to the keepers. It might come down to the keepers, and who's going to take that clean sheet? Because I don't know why, bro. Just the way both teams are playing, I think whoever scores the first goal might end up winning the game. In my opinion, whether it's 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1, I just think whoever gets the upper hand, and even maybe not so much if it's early, but if the game starts going into the 60th minute, 70th minute, I could see the team that's winning maybe take the game out. But it'll be interesting to see who United play in this game, what formation we use. Because I can't even tell you, Steve.
You guys played a 4-3-3 in the last one, was it?
Nah, I think it was almost like a 4-4-2-2 or a 4-2. Was it 4?
Like a diamond.
Yeah, maybe like a diamond as well. Or at times it looked like Bruno was playing the false nine with Rashford and Sancho, kind of on the wings. So
okay.
I know it was a bit weird. It was the lineup that we had. It was all, even at times it would look like a 4-4-2 almost. Do you know what I mean? And then there'll be times where Bruno,
in your third,
yeah, Bruno's a bit higher, sits in behind, almost like a 4-3-3, but Bruno just behind. So yeah, it was a mixture of formations. You can pick and choose which one it actually was. But I don't know what Carrick's gonna go with in this one. To be honest, it will be interesting to see. I don't know about with you guys, Steve. Saka, it doesn't look like he'll be back for this one. Is it too early for him?
It's 50-50. They're supposed to do scans, and they're going to be doing scans to see if he's going to be okay. Look, the way I see it, and everyone's going to say, "Oh, Saka's going to be a big loss." Yeah, he is. But we've got Gabby, and he's raring to prove a point. And what a game to do it in!
That's right. Yeah.
This would be a game to show his importance. So. Yeah, at the moment, we haven't got much reports on Saka apart from he needs a scan and they're going to wait till the last minute. So for Arsenal fans, cross fingers we got him. But Arsenal fans out there, you don't have to worry. Look at Gabriel Martinelli. I've been screaming and yelling about him.
Well, that's right. At least there's a bit of a positive now for Arsenal. I mean, if you got certain players out, you got someone with decent quality that can actually come in and do the job, not someone like, I don't know, who... No, I wouldn't say Willock. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but someone like that's maybe not up to it. You have to rely on someone like him. And then sometimes Arteta looks across and goes, "No, I can't even trust him. Let's just keep the squad as it is. Make no subs." Because that's happened before. Maitland-Niles at times as well. He wants to start these games, but are you up for it? Do you have the quality when players are out injured or suspended? Can you fill in the squad and perform just like them? We haven't really seen that. But now, like you said, with Martinelli coming in, look at that goal he scored on the weekend. He only needs one chance, and if he takes it, could be game over for Man United. But yeah, other than that, Steve, any other injuries, any other players coming back for you guys? Otherwise, I think it looks like everyone's been back the last couple of weeks.
Everyone's fit. We've got a full squad. We don't have any injuries apart from Saka at the moment. We should be coming in here strong. We've got options for left back. We've got options on the wings, up front. So we've got a full squad, and we should be able to come into this game heads held high. A good win over Newcastle. I mean, look, our last 5 games we lost 1.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The rest of them all wins. So they're going to come in with a fair bit of confidence.
Yeah.
It is a younger squad, and on paper, you guys look a lot better. On paper, you got to admit.
Yeah. But in saying that,
on paper,
in saying that, Arteta has had the upper hand over. We can say Oli is he still his team? Carrick is still on the sideline, which is his coaches. Arteta always had the upper hand. You guys beat us double last season. Was it a double? We drew one.
I think
we drew one, and you beat us at Old Trafford for like how long? Like 15 years or whatever it was.
Well, the last I think 5 or 6 games, you guys haven't won.
Yeah. So
in the Premier League, 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, Arteta's had the upper hand when it comes to these fixtures in the last couple of games. So he knows
time scoring as well.
Yeah,
time scoring as
a lot of nil-laws, and we haven't. It's always been an Arsenal like a 1-0 or something. We haven't managed to score a goal. So especially now with Ramsdale in form, it's going to be tricky. I know we got your Sanchos, your Rashfords, your Ronaldos that can grab a goal.
And your Ronaldos, yeah.
But we still see.
I think he's all right, isn't he?
I'm not sure what's happening yet with Cavani. I'm not sure.
See, that's an option.
Yeah, it is. It is. At the same time, we do have Martial. He loves playing against Arsenal for some reason. It's kind of that one game that he kind of rocks up to every season. But it'll be interesting to see. I don't know, bro. I don't want to see this McTominay and Fred, but it might look like them two might come in. I don't see why, because I think we speak about the keepers might be the match winners here, but I think both midfields are a bit dodgy in terms of the quality, in the sense of if you compare them to the rest of the league, even if you compare them to Wolves and Leicester, I don't think our midfields are up to scratch. Fred, McTominay. All right. We have Bruno, but that's 1 out of the 3. I'm just going by the players that we've been playing. If Carrick decides to change it up and puts in, if you have Bruno, Donny, and maybe a Fred or someone like a Matic to fill in, that changes it up. You know, you got a player, you got Matic that can bit defensive, that can hold the ball, that can play the ball forward. You got Donny that's, again, very creative, can create opportunities, and of course Bruno can create and score. So it's going to be interesting to see who.
He's had a hard time this season, Bruno. He has this season.
Yeah, he has. But at the same time, Steve. Yeah, at the same time, everyone goes, "Oh, since Ronaldo's come in, his goals have dried up." But at the same time, who's making the goals for Ronaldo? It's always Bruno. And at the same time, our whole team has been poor. Let's not just single out Bruno. It's our whole team. You can say, even at times, where's Ronaldo? Where's, Greenwood? A lot of people want to put stick on Sancho, even though he hasn't got game time. But then there's a lot of players. Where has Pogba been before the red card and injury? Questions on him. So it's not just Bruno. It's just the rest of the squad that need to turn up. But that's the thing with the midfield. I'm not sure who we're going to play, who we're going to start. But I still think we've got the quality to get the job done, get the win, get the victory for us. But what's your prediction, Steve? I want a prediction. I want a goal scorer. Be optimistic if you want. I know you're saying a draw, but I don't want to hear these draws, mate. Draw is, you don't want to draw. No one wants to draw, and I don't want to hear you say Arsenal win. So how much are United winning, Steve?
Oh no! Look, let's be honest. If it's not going to be a draw,
Hey, come on. You know what channel you're on? We're not the only Aussie Gooner channel here. There's no draws and there's no Arsenal wins.
Much like we've taken over Old Trafford the last 1, 2. I can count them
count them, bro. Count them. Jesse Lingard still has his dance floor at the Emirates.
Who?
Yeah, who? You'll see on the week. You'll see on Friday morning when Jesse Lingard pops up. Okay. Ramsdale won't see that one coming.
In a wheelchair. Anyway, he's willing himself. I'm thinking. My gut tells me draw, but I'm thinking if it's not a draw, it's an Arsenal win. And I know this is going to be, you're going to think no way, but I think it's an Arsenal 2-1.
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay.
It's
fair. Guys, I'm not going to say you guys aren't going to score. I'm not saying that because we've got a great defense. Defensively, I think any team's going to have a hard time about Liverpool thing, whatever. But I think with I think your Sancho and your Ronaldo mix there, that's going to give us a little bit of a hard time with Tavares on the left. Even though he's a great player, I think he's going to give him a bit of trouble with defensively. He'll keep up with him on the speed, though.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I reckon that could be the result, bro. As long as it's
the other way around.
Could be the other way around. But I'm gonna go for a 2-0. 2-0 to United. I think if we get the early goal, Arsenal might need to come out a bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to get that goal. And it could end up that 1-1. We've seen what you guys did to Crystal Palace. You put on Lacazette and all these players come on and they kind of changed the game and you got the goal right at the end. So we could see a 1-1. But I do think we might get you guys on the break, when you guys are looking for that equalizer. And I'm gonna say, bro, Sancho another goal. I want to see Sancho get another goal. But I think Bruno, bro, I'm gonna give another goal to Bruno. He hasn't scored in a while. A lot of criticism about him in the big games in terms of the bigger clubs. He doesn't really perform, and all the stick that he gets. So I think this could be the game where he gets that monkey off his back and scores against Arsenal and makes it 2-0. So that's what I'm hoping for, a 2-0 victory. But Steve, this game can go any way. It could end up 4-4, bro. We could see our Czech Tiote moment as well. One of them.
Our teams at the moment, as good as Arsenal has been, and we have been good, it's hard to predict because of our issues up front. And even me, like everyone says, like what's the lineup going to be? I'm like, Aubameyang can't start, and if he is, it's crazy. So I'm having a hard time.
Who are your goal scorers? 2-1.
My goal scorers in this one. If Saka don't start and it's Martinelli on the pitch, it's going to be Martinelli and ESR.
Yeah, we're gonna watch out for ESR.
He's man. He's creepy.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't realize. You watch him move. He gets himself into positions and you don't see him.
He's in form. He's a player that definitely United need to watch out on. Make sure he gets no space on the ball, even if it's Odegaard on the ball as well. These players can create something out of nothing, and as well, bro. Tavares and Lokonga, they're stepping it up. They got something to prove, especially Tavares making that mistake in that Liverpool game. He said, you know what, it was a mistake. I'm here to make it up. And I think the last game against Newcastle, he did absolutely fantastic, bro, especially that assist, great ball. And these are the things I think United need to look out for. But Steve, it's going to be an interesting one. We'll definitely be on the WhatsApp and maybe on the Instagram, going back and forth on the voicemails.
Instagram show?
Instagram show, you reckon? Yeah.
You're definitely invited.
Well, it depends what the scoreline is, bro. If it's 1-0 to the Arsenal, if it's 1-0 to the Arsenal, the internet connection doesn't work sometimes when that happens.
It's one of those.
It's one of those, mate. The George Graham 1-0s, nah, mate. The internet drops out. Not having it. But we'll see. But look, guys, that's a quick little prediction for and preview for this game. I'm going 2-0. Steve's going for 2-1 to United. There, Steve, was it? Yeah, United. That's correct. Steve 2-1 to United.
No. We all know we are the betters.
Oh yeah.
Says so. The points say so. The last couple of games say so.
Yeah, and the European competitions say so as well. Okay, guys, share, subscribe, get your comments in below. Let us know what you think. Give us your prediction. Look at him.
Look up for a sec. Look, you got to look up. You got to look up to see me. Anyway,
there's this guy. Right? Don't interrupt me, bro. It's my show. Don't interrupt me, mate. We are where we are, and it is what it is. Guys, share, subscribe. Steve, thanks for joining. I'll see you on the review. Yeah, better rock up. Better show up on that one.
Oh yeah.